This is StoryLink Radio. Our stories are presented before a live audience, then recorded for the StoryLink Radio podcast for your on-demand listening pleasure. Please visit StoryLinkRadio.com for show notes, to find out how to join our live audience, and for lots of free stuff, including free audiobooks and much more. This episode is the next chapter in MORTE D'ARTHUR. Please remember to visit www.storylinkradio.com. Chapter 20. How King Pellinore took Arthur's horse and followed the questing beast, and how Merlin met with Arthur. Sir Knight, said the king, leave that quest, and suffer me to have it, and I will follow it another 12 months. Ah, fool, said the knight unto Arthur, it is in vain thy desire, for it shall never be achieved but by me or my next kin. Therewith he started on to the king's horse, and mounted into the saddle, and said, Gramercy, this horse is my own. Well, said the king, thou mayest take my horse by force, but then I might prove thee whether thou were better on horseback or I. Well, said the knight, seek me here when thou wilt, and here nigh this well thou shalt find me. And so passed on his way. Then the king sat in a study, and bade his men fetch his horse as fast as ever they might. Right so came by him Merlin, like a child of 14 years of age, and saluted the king, and asked him why he was so pensive. I was just thinking, I may well be pensive, said the king, for I have seen the marvellous sight that ever I saw. That I know well, said Merlin, as well as myself, and of all thy thoughts, but thou art but a fool to take thought, for it will not abend thee. Also I know what thou art, and who was thy father, and of whom thou wert begotten. King Uther Pendragon was thy father, and begat thee on Igraine. That is false, said King Arthur. How shouldest thou know it, for thou art not so old of years to know my father? Yes, said Merlin. I know it better than ye or any man living. I will not believe thee, said Arthur, and was wroth with the child. And so departed Merlin, and came again in the likeness of an old man of 80 years of age, whereof the king was right glad, for he seemed to be right wise. Then said the old man, Why are ye so sad? I may well be heavy, said Arthur, for many things. Also he was a child, and told me many things that me seemeth he should not know, but for he was not of an age to know my father. Yes, said the old man, the child told you truth, and more would he have told you, and ye would have suffered him. But ye have done a thing late that God is displeased with you, for ye have lain by your sister, and on her ye have gotten a child that shall destroy you and all the knights of your realm. What are ye, said Arthur, that tell me these tidings? I am Merlin, and I was he in the child's likeness. Ha, said King Arthur, ye are a marvellous man. But I marvel much of thy words that I must die in battle. Marvel not, said Merlin, for it is God's will your body to be punished for your foul deeds. And I may well be sorry, said Merlin, for I shall die a shameful death, to be put in the earth quick, and ye shall die a worshipful death. And as they talked, came one with the king's horse. And so the king mounted on his horse, and Merlin on another, and so rode in to Carrion. And anon the king asked Ector and Ulfius how he was begotten, and they told him Uther Pendragon was his father, and Queen Igraine was his mother. And then he said to Merlin, I will that my mother be sent for, that I may speak with her, and if she say so herself, then I will believe it. In all haste the queen was sent for, when she came and brought with her Morgan le Fay, her daughter, that was as fair a lady as any might be, and the king welcomed Igraine in the best manner. Check back soon for the next chapter of MORTE D'ARTHUR. Thank you for listening to StoryLink Radio. If you like what you've just heard, we hope you will subscribe to our podcast and pass along our web address, www.storylinkradio.com. Be sure to visit our website for show notes, to find out how to join our live audience, and for lots of free stuff, including free audiobooks and much more. Join us next time for another story from StoryLink Radio.